Hello, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly's. Got here a Mercedes A-Class to look at. This is a 2.1 engine. So if we take off the engine cover, it's the 2.1 engine, but it's mounted sideways because it's a front wheel drive. So you got the intake manifold here at the front. Alright, so this has got engine management light on when the engine's running. Front left malfunction. It looks like it's had an accident there on the front passenger corner. Active bonnet malfunction as well. Okay, I'm going to use the Launch UK. This is the MOT4. I'll put the link to the website where you can buy this in the video description. Do an automatic search. This is just a cheaper sort of tool I've been trying to use and hopefully show people what it can do, and if it's the right tool for them, basically. Use it in some of my videos for you. Okay, so we're just running through the diagnostic scan here. Now what the customer's just said to me is those airbag warnings weren't there until he changed the battery a few weeks ago, and then shortly after he changed the battery, all of these other issues came up. Okay, a couple of things I can see already that's wrong here is obviously the customer's turned off the engine management light, I think, with a scan tool. And it's just arrived from South London, and the temperature there is not up at 90 degrees, or it's not even at 80 degrees, so definitely an issue there with that thermostat. We'll have to check that on the live data now in just a minute. Obviously the engine management light is not on because the code was cleared as it was coming down here. And some of the story behind this is it's been to Halfords for a DPF clean, and they were unsuccessful in trying to get it clean. So we're just waiting for this to finish. We're almost done. It's taking a little bit of time, and what I would say is if we don't replace that thermostat, then the DPF is going to block up again. But the annoying part of this is, of course, the guys made an appointment to come and have a DPF cleaned with me. Now, I don't recommend cleaning your DPF if you've got an ongoing issue, but I'm going to have to make it clear with the customer here is if I clean this DPF here now, he needs to go and get that thermostat changed as soon as he gets home. But we're going to read the coolant temperature here on live data. To find that, we're going to look in values at idle maybe. Let's see, rail pressure, intake, air temperature. Okay, so I've just found the coolant temperature sensor there. 56 degrees. So yeah, that's 100% needs a thermostat. Now we'll go to diesel particle filter, and we'll check that one. We'll check the fill level, and we'll check the differential pressure. Ooh, we've got 60 millibars of pressure at idle, 400% fill level on the DPF. Let's rev it up. It only goes to 2200 RPM, I think, and so that goes to just over 200. Was it 210? Let that go, and we can see that the exhaust back pressure sensor is moving as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is comment on these, just do a DPF clean and replace the DPF pressure sensor. Just have a quick check of what the mileage is on this. Okay, it's done 138,000, so there is some risk of it having ash accumulation, which might affect how well the cleaning process goes. Just down here at the back of the engine we have the DPF pressure sensor. So it looks like it's on a 10mm bolt there. Okay, so got the sensor out just by removing the bolt there from it, removing the two clips at either side. We've just removed the coolant pipe from the cooler there, just because I found it a little bit awkward in the way. And I've got a new part here from Mercedes. I'm going to fit that after I do a DPF clean. Okay, so where I've taken that sensor out from, we're going to connect onto this side here with the cleaning fluid. We're going to get that injected in here. Okay, so normally it would be that side. Obviously I got a bit confused there because the sensor is back to front. On these, the pipe is on the further side over here, the right hand side. So we'll get that connected up here. Okay, now we can inject that in. This is the cleaning kit I'm using from Launch UK. It's the gun and the bottle of DPF cleaning fluid that goes in here. We'll inject it in. Squeeze the trigger and it injects in. And it's come off, so we'll get that connected back up again. So that's connected at 130 psi. And it's come off again. Now we'll just run the engine for about 10 seconds to blow any of the excess fluid out of the tube. Once that's clear, we can turn the engine off. Okay, that's the new sensor in. Okay, so we're back inside, we start the engine up. And now we shall hold the revs back up around, well, what is that, 2500 RPM. And we'll try and keep an eye on the pressure now. Want to see that coming down around 50 if it's going to be successful. So we're at 90 so far, 80 now, and now we're at 70. Down to 60, down to 50. So looks like we are now where we want to be. If we let go, I'm hoping to see that be less than zero, less than 10 basically. Got around about 10, so we'll hold it for another minute. We want to see that go below 10 if we can. Let go. We've got 10 millibars still there at idle now. As you can see now, we're fluctuating between 0 to 10 millibars. So that's okay. Now we need to reset this one. 400% calculations. Because the DPF is now clean, so we're going to go back to special functions. We don't have that option here on this tool, so we need to go back out. Service function and the DPF. So then we find Mercedes-Benz. Then we're going to click teach in process, otherwise you can't reset the fault code. Okay, that's done. Then we'll do a... what else have we got here? No, we don't have the other options in there. So if we come back to the diagnostic now, we should be able to clear the fault code. We'll do a rescan again. Okay, now we can clear the faults. Clear the rest of those as well. So that's it. Okay, so that's it. We're all finished, and see you on the next video.